Welcome to my channel. So today's episode has to do with sweatshirts, and in this case these are hoodies, and I'm going to describe the difference between these hoodies and why I purchased them. This is a hoodie from Gilden, and I will show you their stamp mark right here. Okay, or Gilden. Sorry, my apologies. Dyslexia. So this is Gilden, and these are manufactured in what looks like Nicaragua, and this is a large, and this is a cotton blend sweatshirt or hoodie. Now, I like this hoodie. This is a hoodie that I got specifically to do some advertising for my product line, which is Smooth Swales Permaculture. And that's because I got into permaculture years ago, and I finally got my certificate. And to celebrate my certificate, I decided to purchase some clothing that would be have a moniker on it, or a symbol or design. And a friend of mine helped me select out these sweatshirts that he could easily get, and it helped give him a platform to build off of. Now, this is a very nice sweatshirt or a hoodie. I actually like it. I'm not against it. I don't mind my stuff being built in Nicaragua. That doesn't bother me. The stitching is good and durable. Gilden produced a very nice sweatshirt as far as I'm concerned. The area for hands is a little bit tight, so it's a little bit tight, but that's not a problem. I don't mind it. The waistband is short. It's only like maybe 2 inches, a couple of fingers, not a big deal. And this is a little bit on the tight side, which is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. The arms are a little bit on the tight side on me, and the cuffs are short. So again, that's like 2 inches of cuff, 2 inches of waistband rough, and just enough of a pocket for my hands, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't have a problem with that. This is not a negative critique. I actually like this hoodie or this sweatshirt. You can see that their stitching was pretty high quality. They stitched everything really nicely. There's some internal stitching, so that way you can't see it, which is pretty normal. And the material that this is made out of is smooth on the outside, and it's felted heavily on the inside. And this is a good representation of that. This is also taking and wearing this and washing it multiple times. The company that made the artwork on it they used a good product, and it's holding up over time. So far I'm really happy with this sweatshirt. I have nothing that I can say personally that makes me regret buying this sweatshirt at all. The comments that I do have is a little bit on the thin side, and other than that, I mean, it's a modern sweatshirt. It's got a nice hoodie. The hoodie is smooth on the inside. It doesn't bother me. The strings are classically plastic wrapped. So these are just melted on or compressed on or shrunk wrap pieces of plastic on the string. I had to tie the string off so that way I wouldn't lose the strings inside the head of the hoodie. That's happened before, and it's kind of a difficult thing to get out. On the inside where the neck is, the stitching is really smooth and not bothersome. And I've never really noticed this tag, although normally I rip the tags out of all my clothing just because they irritate me. So that's Gilden. I like their sweatshirt. Their craftsmanship seemed to be good quality. The material they used was good quality. No serious negatives about this sweatshirt or this hoodie. Now, just the other day, and to give you an idea about how much this hoodie cost, I believe this hoodie was $45, and the markings were another $20 on top of this. So something like 45 and 20. So this is like $65 for a hoodie with the logo. Okay, so not too bad. I was happy with that. This hoodie that I'm about to show you is from American Giant, and sorry about my terrible photography, but that's not why you're here. You're not here for the great photography. Now, American Giant professes to make a better hoodie, and I just got this hoodie, so I haven't worn it much. I've tested it out, and that's it. It's pretty high quality as far as I can tell. The hood is a little bit stiffer, but it has not gone through a wash cycle. Again, this is American Giant. Both of these are large in their size range. And this is made in the United States, not Nicaragua, and they claim it. But the seams are smooth. They're nice and smoothed over. This is actually a tailored seam on top, not just the stitching. So I think that's really, really a better product right there. Again, their stitching is really good. It looks like they've got a higher level of stitch going on with their stitching. There's some extra padding in the shoulders, which is, I think, kind of nice in case I put something heavy on my shoulder. And then on the elbow, they have some extra padding on the elbow, and that's probably for wear and tear purposes. I'm not going to be arm wrestling anybody with this, but they have a double stitch line, which is nice. So in case one stitch fails, the other one will take over the position of the stitch. Their cuffs are, they're not 2 inches. The other cuffs are about 2 inches. This is about 2, maybe 3.5 inches of cuff. Their waistband is about the same width of material. So their waistband is about 3.5 inches, something rough to that. And their pocket, is definitely larger than my hand. It's about the volume of 2 of my hands almost. So, and then the pocket goes all the way to the waist on both sides and has a much more detailed curved piece. And this feels like it's reinforced. It feels like there's some reinforcement stitching in here, which is pretty nice. Again, these are both internal felt pieces of fabric, so it's smooth on the outside and felt on the inside. The drawstrings, why I didn't call them drawstrings before, these are crimped on brass or crimped on bronze or plated steel. I'm not quite sure, but this is a higher quality product right here than the melted on plastic of the Gilden. These drawstrings seem to be of a slightly higher quality. This is a tighter stitch drawstring than the Gilden. American Giant proudly displays their logo on the lower left-hand side. Gilden hid their product logo on the inside, which I'm fine with. I normally don't advertise for companies because I'm not being paid to. In this case, I happily advertise for American Giant because this is an American company and it's producing American goods for American people and or the world. They don't mind selling to the rest of the world, I'm sure. Again, looks like a higher quality product, but the price point on this was $130 rough. And I was a little bit less willing to pay that than $65 for a comparable hoodie, although lower in quality. But the point that I'm trying to make with this is that everybody talks about buying American, and then they go and buy something else, which I did. And then somebody talks about buying American, and then they go buy something else like I did, because I buy all my stuff because I'm not in the economic class that can buy $130 hoodies. And there's advertising on this one, and no advertising for me on this one. So this is a more expensive product, and then I'm going to have to get a moniker or advertising put on it, which is going to cost me more money, which I'm okay with because that's advertising for what I do. But when people say that they're going to do something and then they don't do it, that leaves you to wonder, what do they mean by telling other people that they're going to do something and then not do it? So I went and did it. I purchased something from America to help us understand that we can buy from each other locally in America and help support each other locally. It's okay. Now, can I do this every week? No. Can I do this every month? No. I don't have those kind of finances. This is probably a once a year purchase for me. And I purchased one of these for me, and I purchased one for my boss. And we're going to see how it fits him. He's a little bit smaller than I am, but I got the same size for both of them because who knows? He might just give it away to a friend of his. But that's okay, because what we say and what we do are two different things. Now, I am not sponsored either by American Giant or by Gilden. I'm not sponsored by either of them. I sponsor myself. My channel is Smooth Swales. I'm into permaculture. I'm the one doing that kind of stuff. I'm trying to help other people. This is an advertising product to help other people, and it's working really well as far as I'm concerned. I do not mind purchasing from Nicaragua and giving the people of Nicaragua my money to help support them also, for them to have manufacturing. That does not bother me, because we need the whole world to come up in the game. But when I can, I will buy from my own country and hope to make my country strong. And I'll wear this for a lot of years, and I'll give you updates as we go. So far, there you go. There you have it. That is a rough comparison of two sweatshirts, both that I like. I don't have anything negative to say really about either of them. This one is a little bit stiff in the hoodie, but we're going to see how that works out after I wash it and wear it for a while. And we're going to see how this does when I get it wet, and see how the tightness of the weave repels water or absorbs water. Because I do wear these when I'm working in rain-like conditions. So we're going to test that. I'm also going to violate their drying protocol, because I do not dry things on warm or cold. I dry them on hot, and I do it because I don't have time to sit there and wait for things to dry out. So we're going to put this through some harsh testing over the years, and as I feel it is necessary, I will update you to those changes in care. Another thing that I noticed just now, and I'm not trying to pick on anybody, I'm just trying to show you some differences between quality products. And so the Gilden has where the string or the drawstring goes into the hoodie, there's no grommet. Okay, there's nothing there. And normally that doesn't bother me at all, because, I don't yank on these much. Mostly I'm not wearing the hoodie too much. This hoodie has a grommet on it, which will help reduce wear and tear and friction on the string and on the hoodie itself. The Gilden hoodie has one stitch to allow the drawstring to be held in position, where the American Giant has two stitches here, and it feels like there's a third stitch set for the face of the hoodie, which gives it rigidity, and that's fine. So it's a different style of construction, and we're going to see how this works out, if I like it or dislike it. I don't have a problem with either one. Neither one is lesser. They're just different, and I really will be putting these both to the test. I will eventually take these drawstrings and I will tie them together. Matter of fact, I'll probably do that right now, because I hate losing drawstrings inside the hoodies. So hold on a second while I adapt that. Just give me a second. Just stay still, YouTube. Okay, here we go. All we're gonna do is we're gonna take that and we're gonna just put a loop in them both. Not really rocket science. I'm not trying to be fancy with it. I'm just keeping them from getting away from each other. I'm keeping these from getting away from each other when it goes through the wash or yanking on them too tight. And I'm not particular about them being perfectly even or anything. I'm not like that. That's not my personality style. But very neat and intricate design pattern for their hood. It's overlapping itself. I just noticed that's a V overlap, and the Gilden I don't think has the same V overlap. The Gilden does have a V overlap, but it's very small because their stitching is very thin and less. Again, this is not a negative critique. The Gilden had holes punched equally where the drawstrings would come out in the V lap, okay? And here it looks like the American Giant has holes punched out equally where the drawstrings come out, but because of the density of the fabric, one is hanging lower than the other, and I don't have a problem with that. It's just a different way of design. But if you look at the way the strings draw tight or not, that'll be interesting because of the way they loop like that, depending on how I'm going to be moving around and doing stuff. Again, that doesn't really bother me. It's not a thing. It's just something I'm identifying in the way the fabric is designed and the way the drawstrings are set up and what type of drawstrings they are, and so forth. And I'm upside down. Ha! Been upside down for a few minutes, guys. Sorry, my apologies. I wonder if that'll come out on video and somebody will notice that. Hey, he's upside down. Okay. I'm sending the video out regardless. It doesn't bother me. I don't have a large enough subscription fan base to care. But there you go. There's American Giant and its stitching quality compared to Gilden and its stitching and design quality. And again, I've had these Gilden sweatshirts since 2023. It's 2025. I'm not seeing a lot of wear and tear on them. I just got these American Giants in January, February, March, April, May. In May of 2025. And so we're going to put these through some use and harsh testing and see how they go. There you go. American Giant versus Gilden. Have a great day.